G'day again, everybody. This video is just going to be quickly going on about my melting stuff. Now what you see before me is my month of June stacking. Okay, I may go into that a little bit further, but for those who may have seen the video, I've been mucking around doing a bit of melting. So my first muck around was this Friday after work. Quickly smash this out. Now the material is not silver, it's pewter. Now pewter melts very quickly and stays liquid very long time. So I managed to smash a few of these out. What I did is because I work in a scrap yard, I found one of those, you know, those tankards that people use as a trophy and that in the scrap. So I brought that home and chopped that up and created these. This one has a blue tinge because this one was from the handle, and the handle was rather tough, and the blue is because of the lead. Now it actually looks really better not on the camera. It's got electric blue, really deep in the eyes with a purple and so forth. Yeah, mate. Now some of these I may send out as, you know, with mail calls and so forth. It is pewter. Pewter is tin, which is anywhere from 85% to 99%. The rest of it can be made up with bismuth, copper, silver, and sometimes lead. These days not that often. Okay, so this would have been a pretty old tankard, right, for it to come out blue. The blue one looks cool, and this one came out gold with bluish toning and etc. way deep down in the eye sockets. Once again, pewter, you can find that at your Salvation Army little store, you know, those little second-hand shops that just sell all that stuff that people don't want. You know, they sell it for $1, $2, whatever. Go in there and hunt down any pewter. If you're doing any melting and casting, I suggest it's a good idea, because you're not burning through your silver, okay, and losing it and dropping it on the floor. Now this thing here looks like a prop from the movie Armageddon. Yeah, it does look really cool, eh? So I haven't weighed it or anything. I think I'll just leave it how it is. It looks rather dramatic, honestly, as with this other conglomerate that's over here. Now, oh yeah, it's got testicles. So this is just what, from melting down coins and letting them drop into a bucket. And yes, the coins were just 2023 skippies, mate. I'm not going to melt down a kookaburra or a koala or anything like that. I'll just go the quick and easy generic that's easy to replace. What's going on here? I feel something moving. Oh, this ball here moves. It's trapped. It's got a little egg trapped in there. Oh, it can stay in there. That way I won't lose it. So when you're mucking around, if you're going to do this and use pewter, pewter is not poisonous, okay? Don't fucking do lead. I'm telling you, the fumes from that, you'll be breathing that in and it will saturate your blood. I heard from this guy once that I worked with traffic control. He said he did it to melt down a whole heap of car batteries and shit to make sinkers and that, and he ended up really sick. So stay away from the lead, people. So the other ones I managed to knock out, you know, just quickly mucking around. You know, how many skulls usually are found with a jawbone, but I worked out how to manipulate the cast, the actual mold. So one thing with pewter, it takes a while for it to cool. Unlike silver, that stuff cools rapid. It's very hard to get to liquid and very hard to keep it there. This, you pour it into the mold and it will sit there, and you can actually see it moving through just general vibration of sound. They're like a car goes past and you'll see it bouncing around. When I've had these in the cast mold, so sometimes I pour it in and she wouldn't go all that well. Sorry if it's dipping out. I think my battery's flat. And what happens is it turns into a big ball of what would look like mercury. It does. It looks awesome. It pulls away from the sides of the mold. So if it's poured it in the mold and you heat it up in the mold, it will get to a point where it will just go and pull back in and form into this bubble and ball. It's actually rather interesting. The other thing with doing pewter is that you end up with a lot of fluffy, dusty slag. So just be aware you can pour. Most of the time I did it, the slag was left inside of the crucible. Okay, this stuff melts fast. I mean, a blowtorch, mate, will do the job. What is it? They say anywhere, it's around 200 degrees C. Okay, and she just goes, even when the crucible was hot and I was dropping the pieces in, they were melting. Alright, so these are good for practicing. Those who don't want to spill their silver all over the joint and so forth, or until you become a master, I suggest pewter. Now this one here ended up different. Jaw's nice and shiny, but I've got this mask on this one. So that's about it for the melting story on the skulls, the use of pewter. I'll be giving a couple of these away to the boss at work and so forth, and I shall keep pumping them out, and I shall send them out in future mail calls. Look, you guys, you don't have to freak out too much with pewter, even though pewter is tin, and tin's worth what, 28,000 US dollars a ton. Yep, it is a semi sort of precious metal. It's up there with copper, mate. But they throw it out a lot in the scrapyard. So you can always drill a hole in it, whack a chain through it, whack it on your keys. It's just easy to work with. This one ended up matte finished, very matte finished. I did have a shiny one, but I sent it away in a mail call to Legacy Stacker, I believe. So I've sent out a fair bit of mail this week. Just a heads up for Snoopy, My Silver Journey, Liberty Bleeding Silver. Okay, and My Silver Journey, you owe me big time for what's in that box, mate. Okay, it was me first. Alright, so you owe me big time for that one, buddy. Alright. So that's about it. A few mail calls gone out. Working on another one for good old mate here. And there you go, everybody. If you want to have a go at melting stuff, I suggest go around to your second-hand shop, mate. Steal all their pewter for $1, $2. that they ask for, because nobody wants a tankard with somebody else's congratulations, you're a heavy drinker or whatever, right? Just buy it, take it home, cut it up with the tin snips, and you don't even need a crucible. You could probably do it in a bit of a stainless steel bowl. This stuff melts, and yep, with stainless steel it will roll straight off it. Okay, it won't stick to it. So there you go, everybody. Rather than trying to pump out nice silver ones and fucking them up and so forth, get some practice in. Hey, you probably even sell these for $5–10 either which way, all day long. Alright, for me, it's just, I've got some extra little different metal that I can chuck into a mail coil and go, there you go, just drill a hole in it. You know, put your own little thing. Take it to a jeweler who'll probably drill a hole, put a proper thing on it, and you can wear it as a necklace. Just a word of warning, skulls are bad luck. Okay. Used to be right in the skulls and everything, and nothing ever good came from it until I found out that it ain't good to really have them. Alright, we are all one of these. Alright, but hey, I try and avoid having them. You know, skull and crossbones and so forth, but yeah, it's not very good for luck, apparently, depending on the persons. But yep, there you go, everybody. Have a crack at that. So I'll just, whilst I'm here, just quickly go over it. First polymer note ever's old $5 note. Me melting silver into whatever. 2 koalas, 1 Waratah, 2012 ASE, 1 ounce gold emu. This is the reason why my stacking this month was very, very dismal. 2011 ASE, 2 ounce Statue of Liberty, 15 of these. STG with a 1984 Prospector, a Saxon Bowers coin, Engelhard bar, 2 skippies, 1 10 ounce, 3 kecks, and that's about it for the month. We'll see what happens next month. Mind you, I did send out quite a bit of my stack out as mail calls. Alright, so thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for watching, and if you listen carefully, oh no, he stopped. You watch, every time I stop doing a video, the kookaburras start, and you guys miss out. See yous.